Welcome to Left On Wed.
Bite-sized tips for people getting hitched. Georgia Fletcher.
Adam Sini.
In the same room.
How did we get here?
In this part of town.
It's not a bad thing.
So if you can't tell, George and I have just finished our third coffee for the day each.
Third or 13th. We
Who's
don't know.
counting? I had one before I came as
Nobody.
well, sorry.
It's okay.
We've had two since
At
we got
least
here.
we won't stay stationary anymore because that's
We're
what
going to be moving everywhere because today's topic is,
stationary.
and just to be clear,
It's a
the
homophone.
stationery spelt the way that it's stuff that you print.
Oh.
There's two A's.
There are. Don't get this
N-A-R-Y
wrong.
or E-R-Y, and I don't know which one we're talking about today. Do you know?
What are some words that you often spell wrong?
I don't. No, I'm a genius. I don't spell words wrong.
Okay, well, I'll be honest. I used to always spell restaurant wrong. I found that very difficult to spell restaurant.
I get I's and E's mixed up.
Oh.
Like,
I before E,
yeah,
except after C.
achieve. Like, which way? E-I or I-E? Hurts my
I-E.
brain. Is it?
It is.
Yeah, you see, there you go. You stumped me. Onomatopoeia,
Dessert?
I can spell.
Impressive. Go, go, gadget, go. Do
Do you
that.
want to know? Because this is the way my sister taught me when I was in school. You go, onomatopoeia.
Oh, genius.
That's how you spell it. And it was my party trick. And do you want to know my other party trick?
What is it?
I can say words backwards really quickly.
Oh, like what?
What is tor? Give me
I
another
don't know,
word.
but I don't know where the question started.
Well, give me a word.
Are you saying what is what?
What backwards is tor?
Oh.
Tor. Give me a word.
Elephant.
No, give me an easy word. No, okay. Tanap-el. That's elephant backwards. See? Just straight off the top of the dome. It's pretty good, right? Are you impressed?
Don't get your spelling wrong on your stationery though, because
I
did
can't
you
do
see that
stationery backwards,
viral?
though. Please. Love
video?
viral videos. Yes.
Well, I can't say it because it's too rude for the podcast,
No,
but
say
it was
it.
meant to be duck liver. And then on the menus, it
Ah,
was
I
spelled
see, yes,
differently.
right.
Did you see that?
No.
Oh, it was a really funny video.
Huh.
Yeah, so check your spelling first.
Yeah.
Especially before you get anything printed.
So we're going to talk about stationery in terms of your wedding,
Mm-hmm.
and that encompasses quite a bit. So we're going to talk about wedding invites, of course. We might even go through the timeline of wedding invites.
You'll all
when
be
they should
invited
go
to
out,
it,
all
that's
that
for
sort of
sure.
jazz. Then stuff on the day of stuff you might have printed, of signage that you might have, of things you might have on your tables, things you might give to people, etc., etc.
I'm getting flashbacks.
Let's
start at the very beginning.
invites.
A
Should we talk
very
about
good place
invites?
to start, yes.
Tell me about them.
Well, you need them because otherwise people won't turn up.
Where do we start?
Okay, well, you could start at Canva,
Yep.
or you could start in Vistaprint,
Mm-hmm.
or you could reach out to someone who does it professionally so that they can tell you what it might look like and what you might need on that invitation.
Obviously, when you're looking at like doing things DIY, yes, Canva and then printing it through some sort of way is a way you can do it if you have the time, if you have the effort, if you have the energy, and you have the ability to make it look great and good.
Correct.
Then, obviously, it goes for anything, same as like hiring an MC versus using a friend. When you're paying someone to do a job, you know it's going to be done well, right, and great.
Great
so
comparison.
hiring someone to do your invitations, you know it's going to be fantastic. So yeah, hire someone to do invites. Talking about timeline, before you send a wedding invite, what might you send?
A save the date.
Yes, and when would you usually do that, do you think?
I would say a couple of months at least after you've set your date and your venue. Did you get the bug?
There's a bug flying around my head and I slapped my head. I think it's gone.
That is not invited to the podcast recording today.
not
That bug
get an
needs to
invitation.
go and check
Needs
its
to
invitation.
bug off. bugger
Absolutely.
off.
Well done. Well
So
played.
save the date, couple months after.
You've set the date, I think.
Yeah,
Or
I
you-
like that.
Okay. I mean, I love timing,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think it really depends on how long your engagement is and how much information you still need to lock in, and also how much your stationery is going to cost. Because
Mm.
sometimes if you're having a short engagement, I would say that save the dates may not be necessary.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of couples using apps now like WeJoy
Yeah.
or Paperless Post, and that means that they can get messages to their guests nice and quick rather than relying on snail
Yeah,
mail.
those are great. We did both. So we did the paperless post, and that was a great way to communicate with guests as things changed. So you can
Yes.
easily send out a notification to them, or they get it via email, like FYI, accommodation is booking out here or whatever, stuff like that. And then we got there so we could send them a physical one because we had maps made up. We were very lucky, fortunate that one of our good friends is a graphic designer.
It is who you know in the wedding world.
And use them, abuse them, but do it nicely. Don't abuse them. And they drew up a really lovely map of our site.
That's nice.
And then we had a wedding timeline on the back of the map. So it was like a little keepsake. It was kind of cute. We have it framed on our wall in our house now.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, a little map that we got drawn up as well.
So
which doubled as an
pre-ceremony,
invitation.
we need save the dates,
Mm-hmm.
or not need, we may want invites.
Yep.
Then what do we need? We need to think about seating charts, menus, name labels.
Love it.
What else?
Signage.
Oh, welcome signs.
Welcome sign. We see a lot of welcome signs at the
Yes,
ceremony. You might have,
again.
welcome to the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm seeing a lot of as welcome signs is those beautiful like linen fabric
Oh,
ones
I
that are
love
blowing
those.
in the breeze. I love those.
Not
They're
in
really
the
cute.
wind. It's very dramatic in the wind.
Yeah,
They can
very
blow over.
dramatic.
But you know what? Even the linen signs, it's not just them. Sometimes normal signs that are on whatever that foam board is, that rocks and rolls and
Yeah.
waves around as well.
And depending on what's included in your venue, speaking more DIY wise, you might need more signage for, toilets this way, car parking this way, et cetera, et cetera. Of course, if you have a venue with infrastructure, they're going to have all that signage. But you might want a welcome sign so people know they're in the right place.
And you can go to the professionals to print that. Otherwise, some cheeky little hacks
Tell me.
is designing them in Canva and going to Officeworks to print them.
Okay.
So that's definitely been done before on A1 or A2 size. And then just make sure that you've got an easel.
Easel.
That's adjustable.
Yep.
And with your colour scheme.
Yep.
I've got easels if you need them.
What's that word you said before we started recording, a thing I'd never heard of that you can use and have?
Oh, a cricket machine.
What's a cricket machine?
Let me take you on a journey.
Thank you.
So a cricket machine is basically like a printer that will print stickers.
Okay.
But not just any stickers. There's a program that you'd have on your laptop. I'm pretty sure it's called like Maker or Cricket Maker or something. And you design it, you input your fonts, you input your design, you send that design to the Cricut, and then you load the vinyl in, prints the vinyl, you take the vinyl off and stick it on with transfer tape. It's quite complicated and probably better to watch than it is to listen to me explain it.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
But you can design your own signage that way.
Sick.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That's really cool.
Oscar, did you do that?
Yeah, Oscar did it all for
Genius.
his wedding.
Check Marketplace. Sometimes people are selling cricket machines.
Definitely.
Otherwise, they're at Spotlight for about $300.
Wow.
And that doesn't include the vinyl.
Okay.
good
you
times.
knew more about that topic than I expected you to.
Oh, sorry, because I owned one.
I see.
I tried to get it to take off like another job, but turns out I can't upskill.
So we have all this stationery, right?
We do,
They're
so many.
Also, you don't have it all.
Don't have to have it all, not necessary.
But
if you can repurpose it, it's even better.
Yeah.
Welcome sign at ceremony, welcome sign at the
Exactly.
reception. The seating chart can be
Let's
on the
talk about
back
the
of the
seating
welcome
chart.
sign.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart.
That's what that couple did,
Yeah.
Georgia and Brant.
Yes, they did
They
too.
did do that.
So you have your seating chart outside when you go to find your reception seat. Ways that I like to see the seating charts so it's easy for people to find their name rather than having like table 1, table 2, table 3, because then you have to scan every table finding your
Yeah.
name, is have it in alphabetical order. Right, I like this. I saw it at a wedding over the weekend. They had it by first name, so it was like I just looked for Adam, table 7, go. And
But
you
what
just
if
found
there's
your name.
two Adams?
Well, Adam Senior had surnames as well.
Oh, okay, that's
I don't know
very
if there was two
handy.
Adam Seniors, then oh my god, we would have been a really big
Bit
issue
of a debacle.
here. Yeah, but I think that's the best way to. Or you can do it by surname as well. So
And then
people
you
know
have the
where they're
table
sitting.
number next to your name, so they
Correct.
then know that Adam Senior is table 5. You go to table 5.
Because quite often you'll see everyone's asked, especially if you have 100+ guests, go take a seat at the reception, and then there's this crazy bottleneck at the door because everyone's reading the seating chart trying to find their name. So make it as easy as possible. Plus, I think if your canapes and stuff are right beside, have the seating chart already out so people can
Agreed.
have a little look then and know where they're sitting so we don't have that bottleneck. So have it
Or
out. have it
more
ready.
stationery you might have is having personalised menus or your bonbonniere, which is also not necessary.
Nah.
But if you have them and it's got your guest name, they can either look at the seating chart or they can go and find their name where their plate is.
Yeah, cute.
Please open up your stationery and check it first. I coordinated a wedding recently where it was still in the packaging. It was fantastic, absolutely beautiful graphic design designed by the bride that a family friend then got printed. We opened up the packaging. There were 26 names missing from the
Jeez.
packet.
Oh, no.
Amazing work from Peterson House. They went and photocopied
Amazing.
a picture because we ran out of spares.
Wow.
So have spare menus that are blank in
Yeah,
case
cool.
people are cancelling and you've got, a sloppy second list of people coming people coming in last minute, which is also totally normal and fine.
Yeah.
But have some spares there. Peterson House were kind enough to go and photocopy some menus.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were one of the unlucky people that miss out on a name, don't tell the couple. Don't tell them.
Yeah, get over yourself.
Don't tell them when things go wrong.
Something that also the venue might do this, but for dietary requirements, if you're having assigned seating, the people actually need to sit in that seat for that reason, so the staff know where to bring that dietary. Makes it really easy for them. They might have a little place card that tells them that this person has XYZ dietary requirements.
Yes, totally. That's a very good idea.
Also on menus, what I've seen. So like, you don't have to have menus on your table because they're going to get what they're given. But menus
not
are
get
lovely,
upset.
right? Yeah. They'll get over it. Also, I've seen menus scattered throughout. So they might have had, just a few on each table that you can share and have a look to see what you're going to get.
Yeah,
Not every
people are
person
curious
needs it.
sometimes.
Also, on the wedding I saw, they had their names on the tables on rocks. They'd printed them on rocks. It was
Why?
beautiful because it was just pretty.
Oh,
like these
like
big bits of stone, like flat stone. You know what I mean?
not
like a pebble. Like a tiny little pebble. And then they went and skipped
Like
rocks.
travertine?
I don't know what that means, but yes. Yes, like
That's
travertine.
like that thick beigey looking tile that looks like
That's
it's
the
been
one.
smashed.
That's the one.
Okay,
Is that what people
thanks.
do often? I'm a boy. Like, come on.
I've also seen coasters from Kmart and people have used their cricket machine and put the name of their guest on that and a great paperweight in case it's a bit blowy.
What's the word you said before? Bobbinaries?
A bomb.
What is that? Is that a gift?
The gift
Yeah.
that you take home at the end of the night.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. What I've seen for the gift that keeps on giving, bobbinaries, is stubby coolers.
Great.
Have you
This
seen that?
is a little bit off track of
Stationery. You get them printed.
I guess so.
Oh my
You
goodness.
weaseling your way into this one. We did stubby coolers at our
Yeah,
wedding.
it's cute, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
I still have my cousin Tilly. They had stubby coolers, and I still have it, and I use it when it's a hot day and I want my beer to be cold. Like my beer cold, and yeah, you know. You know what I
Having
mean?
to hold and keep your drink cold.
Nice.
That's a poem to put on your stubby cooler.
You don't have to do gifts for people. Who cares? The gift is them coming to your wedding, so screw them and
And
their
getting
gift.
a lot of food.
And getting food and booze
Free
and all that
drink,
sort of stuff.
yeah.
I want to go back to seating charts because I've seen some really cool ideas for different ideas for seating charts. I saw one.
Please.
That was a beautiful big wall. Your Day by Chloe planned this.
Oh, your day by Chloe.
And there was each person's name on the wall with a little letter. So every single person got to walk up, grab their letter off the wall. On the back of the envelope was their seat where they were going to sit on their table. Oh, amazing. Open up the letter, and there was a handwritten letter from the couple in there to that person, like, you know, an appreciative letter of why they're there. Isn't that beautiful?
It's really nice. I think a lot of couples would like to do that now, and putting the time aside to either get that printed or handwrite them and then find a nice, easy way to display them is a whole other
Well,
level
even if you
of
would
thought.
like the idea of giving the letter, because I've seen it a few times to your guests, is put it on their on their place setting, their seat, so they walk over and there has their name in an envelope, and you've written a nice little letter to them. Beautiful.
Hey, Adam,
I don't want to sit here anymore.
how do you spell end backwards?
Daenerys. Give me a better one. Come
Finish?
on. Hissenif.
Hey, thanks for listening.
We are so happy that you listened. I'm over the moon. In fact, if you want a little bit more, follow us on the socials. Where are we?
You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Left on Wed Podcast.
And if you want to inquire with our services for Celebrant MC and coordination, you can find Georgia at Georgia Fletcher Celebrant.
And you can find Adam at Married by Adam.
Hey, if you have any ideas, questions, topics for episodes, please slide into our DMs. You can send us an email as well, which is
leftonwedpodcast@gmail.com.
And if you're loving the podcast, please tell your friends, tell people who are getting hitched. We need you to spread the word like wildfire. Get it out there.
We really want to say a big thank you to Long Reef Golf Club as well for letting us record the podcast here at their incredible wedding venue. So inquire with them today if you're looking for the perfect wedding venue for your private event or your wedding.
See you there soon, Georgia.
See you there.